So we're just talking about Mario and his new profile. Oh God, Tristan, no, don't hit me with that, nor the camera. I don't know if it can take it. It's going to glitch. Anyway, so we'll see what happens with that in editing. Tristan was just, for all of you on the podcast, he was doing a Kamehameha stance. Because we're talking about, we were talking about Mario before, and Mario Odyssey is coming out. And not the only thing coming out on the Switch. Apparently Xenoverse 2 is coming out on the Switch, which a lot of newer Nintendo systems with their gimmicks, and I don't say gimmicks in a bad way, just with their gimmicks, they've kind of left some, game companies out in the cold, and I feel like Bandai Namco is one of those that they're just kind of like, we're not really doing much for the Wii or for the Switch or whatever, or the Wii U, because when they do, they have to add so many other components to it that essentially they end up making new games that are somewhat poorly received, which sucks. But I remember what game was it? You were talking. Was it Budokai Tenkaichi 3 that you mentioned to me that was released on the Wii? That didn't really wasn't received that well.
I mean, it's more of they made a big because this is very reminiscent to when Budokai Tenkaichi 3 came out for the Wii. The Wii version, you actually move the Wiimote and nunchuck vaguely in the position of the actual attacks, and whether it actually registered or not was a completely different question.
And so it's going to be the same thing for the Switch, but I'm confused because I haven't used the Switch. I didn't realize there was motion sensor activity all up in that controller. So has it been implemented? Oh, right, there's that game called Hands. Arms, thank you. Listen, man. Actually, I think... Wait a minute, I think... Oh, no. Hands was on the... Hands was with the Power Glove.
Oh,
I think that's why... Okay. There were not that many games released for the Power Glove. But anyway, so my point is that... I didn't know that about the Switch, but apparently I did. I just remembered. I don't know how I feel about this, because, again, they're going to have to retool it completely. So honestly, look, if they think they can make it work, then fine. But Xenoverse, just like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, but even I would argue even more in Xenoverse 2, from what I've seen, it's a very large game. Like, I know, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's some games, like... I feel like something, I know this sounds terrible, but something like Ultimate Battle 22 or Super Dragon Ball Z, right? I feel like they have, you could make something work, like, oh, punch, or if they did like a Budokai HD remaster collection edition for the Switch. I feel like the original Budokai, it's a little bit easier to go like punch, 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 and what I'm saying? Like, I think that can be done. But with Xenoverse, I don't know much about the fighting style. I know you've played Xenoverse, or you've seen people play Xenoverse. Do you think it's going to be an easy game for people to maneuver with their hands?
Well, the thing of it is, I feel like you're still going to move and do melee combos and stuff like that with the actual buttons and joysticks, like it is for, say, like the PS4 release.
Right.
The only thing with the motion controls for the Switch controllers is that is pulling off like finishing moves, like Kamehameha Wave or Special Beam Cannon.
Okay.
So everything else will probably play roughly the same. It's just now you can do your finishers and actually feel like you're doing it.
So wait, so then with Budokai Tenkaichi 3, it was just doing everything with the Wiimote.
I mean, it was still the same basic concept. It was finishing moves, like you could hold the Wiimote and nunchuck like a Kamehameha Wave, but to like punch, you still had to press like A and B.
Okay.
It was still joystick.
But either way, you were saying it didn't register, and that was the big issue.
Yeah, it was more trying it to get the Wiimote to register. You were actually holding it like that. No,
I said so as long as it registers, you're fine with it being similar to the Wii's like play.
Yeah.
Okay, so all right then.
Because when it boils down to it, like, I'd still love to do this.
Of course, like you want to do a Kamehameha Wave. But it's just...
What fan of the series? Like, it's playing to a gimmick, but at the same time, it's like, if you're a fan of this series, you cannot honestly tell me you don't want to do this.
Right.
Come on.
Yes.
At least a little.
No, that would be really cool. I want to make sure, I want to see how... Because, it looks like they're not going to be doing the entire game. Sort of. Like, it's going to be a release, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be like the whole, like, you can get it with the whole story mode and everything. Like, they're just trying to, at least in the beginning, they want to give you, like, some time to get used to it, maybe?
Right.
Because reading the article, it says that the release will offer the Time Patrol story from the first Xenoverse game as a limited time bonus. That's strange to me. Like, is that adding on to the second one? Is that what they're saying? Like, it's going to come with the full second game story and then add on the first one as a limited time bonus for those that buy it?
Yeah. Since the first
okay.
one didn't come out for the Switch, it's like
okay.
maybe some people who didn't get to play the first one, they can have a taste of it.
Okay. I know it sounded silly for me to say that out loud, but the reason why I was confused is because obviously, like, well, it's a new game on the Switch. It is also Xenoverse 2, and again, usually, I remember when it came to the Budokai Tenkaichi 3 game, they made it first person too, which was weird. Or was it the option to give it to you first person?
I don't know about that.
Oh wait, am I thinking about the one for the Kinect?
Yes, that's what you're thinking.
All right, whoops. I'm an
and
idiot.
That's just a monstrosity.
Right. So then that's why I had such a negative opinion. I was thinking about the one on the Kinect. Well, this will probably fare better than that then.
I certainly hope so.